Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Check Me. I want to talk about Roger Goodell and, pretty much about to be extended for a multi-year contract extension to be the commissioner. So the owners meet in Phoenix next week, and they're pretty much saying that there might be an announcement that, he'll be, you know, uh, um, extended, for a certain amount of time. Now, the deals, the kind of framework for these typical deals, it is seem like it's going to be an incentive laden deal contract where there are many incentives for Roger Goodell if he achieves certain milestones. He can make more money. They say it's supposed to be the most lucrative deal between any commissioner has got. So this will be his fourth extension for Roger Goodell. After Paul Tagliabue, who after he stepped down in 2006. His previous extensions came in 2000, was it 2002, 2012, 2017, and 2000. I'm sorry, 2009, 2012, and 2017. So in 2022, we'll get another extension. So all his extensions have been well, except when Jerry Jones, threatened a lawsuit, not to bring him back. But that deal took, in 2017, but that took place in 2019. So it's not like there's going to be much uproar. So he's done so much. I mean, look at his career. He's helped finalize a collective bargaining agreement that brought continued labor peace. New 100 plus billion media rights. So he has media rights from 100 billion media right deals with CBS, Fox, NBC, ESPN, Amazon. That makes NFL pretty much like envious from other leagues because no league has done that. The NFL is also a multi-billion-dollar stream. He also has a multi-billion-dollar streaming deal with YouTube for its Sunday Ticket package of games. So now YouTube is doing Sunday Ticket, which is huge. So he's working with Amazon, Google, some of the large giants. NFL is taking over streaming. So he also, they played a full season during COVID. And all the players didn't take a pay cut. And he hasn't lost any owners during this time period. So every owner is pretty much backing his extension. They've seen, they said that NFL owners have seen the value of their team skyrocket since Godell took, his tenure. Minnesota was the last team to sell before Godell took office in 2006. Sold for $600 million. While the Denver Broncos, they sold for $4.5 billion last year, and the Commanders are up to sell right now. So the thing is this: he's 64 years old. Paul Tagliabue was, Pete Rozelle was 63. Tagliabue was 65 when they walked away. But Godell, he takes care of his health. He takes pride in that. The question is, is there a cap on his extension? They say it's the last time he'll be extended. I do think he's done a lot of good things for the NFL. I think that it's kind of interesting to see that the fact that the league, that the owners that pay you are the same ones you're kind of you kind of make rules for. So I kind of like that checks and balance. So a lot of times these owners voting the guy that they like. But he has done a lot for the NFL, and I think he's tried for the most part. He's tried, and people don't understand how tough it is as NFL commissioner because the owners pretty much have the power. Just like when they said Colin Kaepernick, the NFL needs to do more. I think they did more, but the owners pretty much they did a lot. The owners pretty much are the ones that blackballed Colin Kaepernick. It wasn't Godell. The owners pretty much said, "Hey, look, we don't. He's too much of a liability for our team when it comes to finances, so we're not going to, and they're partners. So they're not going to do it." It wasn't the NFL. The NFL tried to set up a workout for him, tried to invite teams, but it's the NFL, took the blame for it. And I think that was one of the most controversial things that Godell did, but you couldn't have gotten it right in that situation. So the question is who will replace him. There's a couple people. Some people think that it'll be Brian Rolap. So he's the chief media and business officer. Troy Vincent, which former player, Philadelphia Eagles. He's the executive vice president for football operations. Then Chief Administrator of Football Operations, Don Aponte. A couple people, one other person went outside, not in the NFL, is Chicago Bears President Kevin Warren and Los Angeles Rams Chief Operations Officer Kevin DeMoss. So I say outside because they aren't actually working with the NFL. So we'll see what happens. We'll continue to follow taking a look at his deal. I know that. So with that, they're also expecting that the Commanders sale be pretty much talked about before this meeting. Like they think it's going to finalize before this meeting. Daniel Snyder has moved out of the building. There's been 4 people that came and looked at it. I'll talk more about this in another video. But we'll see what happens with this and see how much it sells for. This will only add to Godell's resume.